Hello, my name is Ed Rosenthal, and I'm privileged and honored to be able to present to you today the Florikan Controlled Release Fertilizer product line. We thank you very much for your support of our product in China. I wish I could be there with you today. However, I am planning to visit you next summer of 2016 to see all of your great results with the Florikan Controlled Release Fertilizer. So I would like to have this opportunity to present a PowerPoint to you of our technology that we worked very hard to develop and how it has great applications for you at Speedling China. Thank you. So what I would like to present to you today is our technology. This is not just a fertilizer product, it's truly a controlled release fertilizer technology, and one of the best controlled release fertilizer technologies in the world. We have developed and patented a cross-linked polymer encapsulation system, which we'll describe later in the presentation. And this technology provides for a very controlled release of fertilizer nutrients, and it has improved the efficiency of fertilization throughout North America and Europe, and now in China. So again, we thank our customer Speedling for distributing Florikan in China. And our trademark is Floricoat Controlled Release Fertilizers. So over the many years, and we've been manufacturing fertilizer since 2005, our technology, or controlled release fertilizer, has been the consistent and proven finest quality polymer coating in our industry. And you'll see on these slides some of the awards we've won for the technology, and we'll be talking about each one of those awards as we go through the presentation. Our company was founded in 1981. We're headquarters in Sarasota, Florida. I am one of the founders, and we manufacture Floricoat for use around the world. We have developed two patented fertilizer technologies, one called Staged Nutrient Release, or SNR, and Floricoat. Our technologies have won the United States Environmental Protection Agency Gulf Guardian Award twice, the only fertilizer product to ever been recognized for environmental leadership. And here's a picture of myself and my wife Betty, one of our we're co-founders, with the letter from the US EPA. And Stephen Johnson, the US administrator of the US EPA, who flew in to present us for these awards, called the Gulf Guardian. We won these awards in 2005 and again in 2008. As well, Florikan Technology received the Best New Product Award of the state of Florida from then Governor Jeb Bush in 2006. This was the best or most innovative product of the state of Florida in that particular year. And there's Governor Bush. And we'll see if he's going to be our president. Now in China, Speedling has in stock two formulations, the Floricoat 13-13-13, 6 to 7 month, and a new product that we developed here in the United States for 2015, Floricoat NPK 16-5-11. The 16-5-11 does contain, as well as all micronutrients, chelated iron, chelated Fe iron, in a 9-month release. This is an excellent product for flowering vegetables, green plants, palms, and so on. Here's the label of the Florikan 13-13-13. Now, as you can see by the label, this is a readily available form of nitrogen. No urea is contained in this product. It has nitrate nitrogen and ammoniacal nitrogen, 100% coated. Now, the NPK in this product, as well as the micronutrients, are all in a homogeneous prill. So essentially, everything is the same in every uniform capsule that you apply. Since the product is completely controlled release, it would provide 13-13-13 plus minors evenly over, in this particular case, 180 days. Now I'd like to discuss the new 16511 with the chelated iron in the 9-month release. So at Florikan, when we are looking to improve product performance for our customers, we understand what some of their needs are. Chelated iron and or magnesium are both applied in extra doses, at least here in the United States, and particularly here in Florida, where we are based and we grow so many ornamental plants. So the extra cost of applying sequestrine or chelated iron or magnesium in Epsom salts is something we wanted to eliminate for our customers. So we put the magnesium and the chelated iron inside this product in a process we developed. So it becomes controlled release, the same as the nitrogen, the phosphate, and the potassium. Now what we call this at Florikan is a superior process created by superior performance based on the achievement of total quality. Everything we do at Florikan is total quality. Excuse me, I'm going back to this slide. So the reasons we can produce the best quality polymer coating of controlled release fertilizers are based on 6 important points that are very unique to our company and our process. And they are that we source raw material and create it to be as consistent as possible. And we go through a process known as a pre-screener, which we will show you and talk to you about during this presentation. Raw material has to be free of excess moisture, and we use a preheater. We'll again discuss that with you. So pre-screening of the raw material, preheating of the raw material. And then the recipe, the process, the polymer coating must be applied from bills of material, BOM, which we have developed and which are maintained in our computer system, so they're applied consistently for every single batch. As well, our batch sizes are small. We only coat anywhere from 3 to 6 tons at a time. We do not coat 20 tons or 30 tons as some other companies may do. So we end up with a very consistent product as a result of these 3 first points. Consistent raw material free of moisture, and very consistent bills of material. Number 4, the polymer coating must be resistant to temperatures or moisture stress. We test that in our lab at temperatures above 30 degrees Celsius, up to 35 degrees Celsius in distilled water for a 7-day, 24-hour holding period. The polymer coating technology must coat jagged edge particles. Our material is versatile and has elastic copolymers within the constituents, and therefore is able to coat jagged edge particles. And the quality control must be comprehensive. These 6 components, these 6 points, are what we build consistently into Florikan controlled release, which is why our product is one of the finest, if not the finest, available in the world. So we talked about the raw material basics, or what we call raw material fertilizer 101. For quality control, the raw material must be as consistent as possible. The SGN size must be the same. To address this, Florikan has invested in a pre-screener which removes the overs or the undersizes, the dust and the large prill sizes. And in our process, all dust is removed, so the coated product you receive and use is very consistent. This is our pre-screener, which removes all the dust and all the large particle size before the product is then sent to process and coating. As well, we also take the raw material after it's been screened, and we draw the moisture out so it's free of excess moisture. In our process, we've invested in a preheater, which removes excess moisture. This is the preheater, and every batch of fertilizer goes through the preheater before it is coated. So it's screened, and then it's preheated. It takes out the dust, and here we take out the moisture. Now, before we talk about the coating, this is our distribution facility, and as you can see, we have inventory, and we do stock a sufficient amount of inventory for a 30 or 60-day turnaround to supply the industry and the market. We're also building a new plant in Wauchula, Florida, 100,000 square feet, to handle the additional capacity, and hopefully all the new business we're going to get from the distributors in China and all the growers who are going to like the performance of this product. So here's a discussion very quickly of the proprietary controlled release fertilizer technologies that we have developed. For blending, we patented staged nutrient release, which controls the release of nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, NPK, and micronutrients to release at an appropriate stage of the crop cycle. For coating, we patented Floricoat, which is a polyurethane encapsulated coating for the controlled release of nutrients. Staged nutrient release, which was our first patented product, improved the delivery of nutrients and allows a farmer to tailor the nutritional program to the plant's needs over the crop cycle. Essentially, we believed in the early release of phosphate, nitrogen to release in the midterm, and then potassium and magnesium over the long term. This is also supported by a baseline NPK 6-month product. So this blended technology improves the nutrient efficiency and reduces the potential for nutrient runoff as well by providing the nutrient the plant needs when it needs it. It creates a very efficient uptake pattern by the plant of the nutrient release. We match the nutrient release with the crop's uptake pattern. SNR received 2 very prestigious awards. It received, as I've already informed you, the State of Florida Governor's New Product Award, Best Product of the State of Florida for the year 2006. But it also received from the National Society of Professional Engineers the Most Innovative New Product of the USA. That's the best and most innovative new product of the country of the United States of America from the National Society of Professional Engineers. We're very honored to have received that award. Now, as a result of that award, we were able to receive a grant from NASA, Space Alliance Technology Outreach Program, SATOP, and this helped the development of our Florikan coating, our polymer coating called Floricoat. So again, to recap, staged nutrient release matches the relative solubility of nutrients to the porosity of a coating, a polymer coating, and this matches the nutrients which are coated to release to the needs of the plant. And as a result of receiving that NSPE award, we received the NASA-funded research program, which helped to develop a superior polymer coating. Now, the reason that Floricoat or Florikan is a superior quality polymer coating is in part due to the NASA-supported research, which provided us the ability to develop a cross-linked polymer technology, which could control release up to 30 degrees Celsius. A large improvement over older polymer coatings. I won't name them, but you certainly know who they are, which have physical holes in the coating and are labeled to have slow release only at 21 degrees Celsius, 70 Fahrenheit. That's just not acceptable where you have temperatures in far greater extremes than that. Our product is not affected by the higher temperature. This is our cross-linked polymer CPC and adapted to our controlled release of fertilizer. So again, older products may have physical holes in the exterior of the coating. These holes may expand at high temperatures or moisture stress, releasing nutrients too quickly, a peak and valley. Our coating technology allows us to coat multiple substrates, including rough-edged particles, and to get a very smooth release and to control the release. As far as the technology of our polymer, we use what is called a tortured path. You can see the figure 8 in this particular slide. That's what our polymers look like under a microscope. And several figure 8 superimposed upon another, that is the technology that our polymer creates with a layering of the coating. So we elongate this tortured path, reverse osmosis occurs, and then essentially the nutrients come out through this tortured path. This is done and kept consistent even at elevated temperatures, which may moderately shorten the longevity. Lower temperatures might extend the release, but the product will not flash release. Floricoat works by osmotic pressure, which is moisture that comes in through the semi-permeable membrane, dissolves the nutrient substrate, and the nutrients are released through the polymer coating. As our layers are increased, the speed of release is decreased. We are very proud of our Florikan coating and our quality control that supports it. We have the most rigorous quality control and the highest standard in the industry. As I said earlier, Florikan coated products are manufactured in small size batches, 5-ton coating drums maximum. We test the nitrogen guaranteed analysis, which is in the finished coated product, with a nitrogen combustion analyzer. We're one of the only companies to provide this service to our customers. Additionally, our retained samples are kept for 2 years. We have a rigorous quality control, a comprehensive quality control, and 7-day quarantine process is applied to each batch. Our manufactured coated materials are tested for catastrophic failures at 30 degrees Celsius water baths for 7 days in an incubator. We then graph out, as you can see to the right, each release according to high lows, and no product is released if it doesn't perform between the high-low standards that we have developed over many years. Floricoat is widely used for landscape maintenance. It's used by municipalities and theme parks. SeaWorld, Disney World, Epcot, and Busch Gardens all use Floricoat on their property. Golf courses use Floricoat 0018 plus 9% magnesium, called coated K-Mag, to offset sodium infiltration. This is a problem you may see in golf courses which are located on the coast in China, or anywhere in the world for that matter. This particular golf superintendent was faced with losing his golf course due to sodium infiltration in his wells. He writes, Floricoat 0018 plus 9 magnesium in a 90-day release is a quality coated fertilizer that has a consistent release curve of potassium, magnesium, and chelated iron, which provides the grass the building blocks of the chlorophyll molecule while minimizing sodium buildup. He writes, as Director of Agronomy of the Longboat Key Club, I have been managing 45 holes of golf and 80 acres of landscape at the resort at the Longboat Key Club for 5 years. Literally, our golf greens have gone from possibly the worst in the world to the best in the area. And Floricoat 0018 plus 9% magnesium plus chelated iron is a centerpiece of our pre-plant and post-plant programs. John Riley, Director of Agronomy, Longboat Key Club. I was very proud to lead that research, and I can assure any of you, if you bring this product in for golf course superintendents, they will continuously and consistently purchase it. In agriculture, we have a proven success with one application in turfgrass production. We have extensive production success with Floricoat on sugarcane production. We have the largest market share of controlled release fertilizer sold in citrus, orange, lemon, and grapefruit production. Our product 13-13-13, which Speedling has in China, is excellent for citrus. We have established a strong and effective commercial program for blueberries. 16511 is an excellent product for blueberry production. And successful use on tomatoes, again with the 13-13-13 100-day, is an excellent tomato fertilizer, produces additional flower set in tomato plants and many other flowering vegetable plants. In sugarcane, we did an extensive trial with U.S. sugar. U.S. sugarcane is a crop that required multiple applications of fertilizer. It was grown in hot, wet conditions. This was a perfect application for Florikan controlled release fertilizer in agriculture. We have 30,000 hectares of sugarcane produced on sandy soils in Florida. Sandy soils, nutrients leach right through. The conventional application on these 30,000 hectares is 5 applications of granular fertilizer by airplane, or 3 by airplane. We proved 1 application of Florikan at high rate at the time of planting was more cost effective and produced greater yield compared to 5 applications of granular by airplane. Repeat, 1 application of Florikan, 9-month release, produced greater yields of sugarcane than 5 applications of granular by airplane. And Florikan produced the yield increase. Now, thanks to the success of our quality product and our loyal customers, we are proud to announce an expanded Florikan production to a new 100,000 square feet plant. And by late 2015, we're expected to have 20,000 tons coating capacity. And in 2016, that will increase to an estimated 25,000 new tons of coating capacity. And we continue to have a dedicated research and development unit and staff, which continues to develop improvements and enhance our technology for you, our future customer and current customer. So we'd like to talk to you about 2 growing examples. Since we have always focused on consistent coating quality, we have been very fortunate that the leading growers in the world in horticulture have selected our product to implement world-class production facilities to produce quality plants. Here are 2 examples. Costa Nursery Farms is one of the largest and finest quality producers of foliage plants, green tropical plants in the United States, and they do ship around the world. Costa Farms production is over 3,500 acres, of which almost the entire 3,500 acres is with Florikan products. They produce palms and aglaonemas and spathiphyllum and schefflera and all other kinds of green tropical plants. Here's your spathiphyllum crop. Notice the consistent size of the plant and the consistent flowering of the spathiphyllum flower. They're almost identical, and this is grown with the 13-13-13 product, but literally just a sea of white sails, consistent leaf size, plant size, height, and also flowering. Another shot of a spectacular sea of white sails, and notice the uniformity, again produced with our product. Another technology we'd like to talk to you about is we perfected the nanotechnology, what we call Florikan Nano. Florikan Nano 16511 is a technology we developed for propagation and greenhouse application. It has been proven in production for the top 100 U.S. greenhouse growers. It's effective, more effective versus water-soluble fertilizer in vegetable production. And nano, the small size prills, have been proven to produce the same plant quality as liquid feed with 50% less nitrogen. So we have same plant quality, lower total cost, and 50% less nitrogen used. Here's the Florikan Nano 16511 label. Again, homogeneous product. It's a microprill designed particularly to be used for propagation, seed production, and production from small cells. One particular grower who had tremendous success with the Floricoat Nano is Young's Plant Farm in Alabama, and they have incorporated Floricoat Nano in the production of flowering plants in their greenhouses, 1.5 million square feet of greenhouses. And again, these pictures taken at Nano, notice the uniformity of the flowering plants. Consistent plant quality, again, these shots taken at Young's Plant Farm, and I was able to show them at our horticultural trade show in Istanbul, Turkey. That's why you see the Turkish writing here on this particular slide. Big success with the Florikan Nano in Turkish ornamental production for propagation. So just to review, Florikan Floricoat with a K, controlled release fertilizer in China. You have the ability to use our two best formulations, and we thank Jen, I hope you're there, because we thank Mr. Ma and we thank Jen so much for purchasing these. But you have Floricoat 13-13-13 in stock in 6 to 7 months, and another release type, and also Floricoat NPK 16-5-11 with the magnesium and chelated iron in 9 months as well. 13-13-13 label, 16-5-11 label with chelated iron, also in stock in China. You will very much like, and your customers will like, the use of these products. I'd like to just complete the presentation by talking to you about two other products we hope next time to put on containers for you. We have a controlled release magnesium sulfate 6-month, Floricoat MgSO4. It's an excellent product. Magnesium can be applied inexpensively with Epsom salts, but it's highly leachable and soluble. By taking the controlled release magnesium sulfate, you're going to be able to produce much stronger, healthier plants. Magnesium is a center atom of the chlorophyll molecule. So to have it readily available over a full 6 months is a major advantage. We also have an excellent micronutrient package called Meg Iron 5. And we actually recommend to blend Meg Iron 5 and magnesium coated 6 month at a 5-to-1 ratio. So essentially, if you blend that together with NPK, you can have an excellent micronutrient package. Again, blend magnesium sulfate 1-to-1 with Meg Iron 5, and then once you have that blend created 1-to-1, you use it at a 5-to-1 ratio with the NPK, with the 13-13-13, 16-5-11, etc. Here's the 6-month Florikan magnesium label, coated MgO, 13.9% water-soluble magnesium, but coated, and 18.5% sulfur. Just an excellent product for a myriad of green plant production. This is the Meg Iron 5. It contains calcium and magnesium, sulfur, copper, iron, manganese, and zinc, all in a granulated blend. This is not a coated product. It's a granular product which will last 3 months. Very cost-effective and excellent amendment for micronutrients. So, Floricoat, it's the consistent, proven, finest quality polymer coating in the horticultural industry. You will like it, and I hope next time I can be able to speak to you in Chinese so that you will understand me better and I will understand you. Thank you for your support. I look forward to seeing you in July of 2016, and thank you for this opportunity.